If you like trucks, fall colors, and some of the prettiest sunsets you'll see the entire year, this is the video for you. Let's get ready to truck some American lamb.
It's official. We are ready to truck some lambs. We are just on our way up the mountain right now. We've got a lightweight on all these trucks. We are going to cruise up, go get the sheep in the corral. We're going to load 2 herds, separate off their lambs in the morning, and get them loaded on these trucks. We're going to take off right now and head up the canyon. We've spent the last couple of weeks going through all these trucks and trailers and lights and bushings and bearings and all sorts of things. Make sure everything's ready to run down the road. So we just finished up the last couple of things, put the deck boards in from hauling cows the other day on the last trailer, and we are ready to go trucking some lambs. So let's cruise up the canyon. We'll see what we can figure out on these sheep, get them in the corral. Just waiting for the sheep to show up. We're gonna back these trucks in, set up the chute, spread out some sawdust so we're ready to load first thing when the sun comes up in the morning.
Out here, miles from any fence line, the sheep have spent the summer on the open range, grazing among the quakies and the pines, where the only fences are the ridgelines and the canyons themselves. As another summer comes to a close, it's time for the next step on our journey. With the small amount of moisture we have gotten this year on our summer range, the feed is getting drier quicker than usual. And in an effort to help stretch the feed as long as possible, and to prevent overgrazing, we decided to ship our lambs a few weeks earlier than we normally do. Over the past couple of years, I've tried to limit the amount of long drone shots and clips I put in my videos in an effort to keep the video moving forward and not to get stuck on one single view. Most of the time, it's not too hard to do, but these early fall days on the mountain are some of my favorites, and it's extremely hard to narrow down the videos I have. There is just something about seeing whole bunches of sheep spread out in the high country, grazing, feeding, and moving as a herd. To me, it never gets old. Getting to watch the dogs work, the herder do his job, and another step in the process, all coming together in a corral that we built in an area we love, living the life we wouldn't trade for anything.
We got this herd just about in. They're gonna roll through the gate right now here in just a minute. The other herd is sitting right up on the end of that hill. They'll come down. We'll get them put in. We got to keep them separate. We'll run through these lambs, get everything loaded, and keep the herd separate so we can work through them and put them back on their permits, and then they can go back to where they belong. With the first herd locked in and ready for the morning, we headed up the hill to the other herd on its way into the corral as the sun gets closer to going down for the day. In order to have the lambs as full as possible, we want to put them in the corral as late as possible, but we still have to get everything in before it gets too dark to see. There's quite a bit of planning that goes into having the sheep in the right spot at the right time to get everything in the corral and locked in before the sun goes down on us.
In my opinion, there is hardly a better view than this one right here. Sheep in a good corral, on the mountain, big lambs, trucks in the background, surrounded by good people, watching the sun go down on another great day. Sheep are in the corral, trucks are ready to go. Chute set up. We're gonna go eat us some dinner real quick, go to bed, wake up in the morning before the sun, get these lambs sorted off and on the trucks, and head down to the scale and head north. Both herds are ran through the corral, the lambs sorted off, and headed onto the trucks where each one is counted and locked into a panel where they will be safe for their journey. The sawdust we put in the trucks helps keep everything dry, and it makes it easier to clean out when the time comes, which is definitely a plus for me. We are only allowed to carry so much weight per truck, so everything has to be calculated so we can carry the maximum amount while still being legal and giving the lambs the room that they need. As you can see, from the back to the front, it takes a lot of helping hands to get the sheep through the corral. Some lambs sorted off one gate, the ewes through the other, and the rest of the lambs on the truck. All this while watching for sheep that may need any attention and strays that may have wandered in from other herds. Trucks loaded. Man, those things were wild. He jumped on, turned around, and about ran us over every time. We got loaded, all 3 trucks. Peel off some coveralls, go away, head north. All right, Cole.
Our cruising in the truck. We got to head down to the scale, get heavy weight. Weighed yesterday, got an empty weight, so we know what these lambs are going to weigh when we roll across the scale. Got everything on the trucks good. Never seen a wilder bunch of sheep, wilder bunch of lambs. They came in trying to run us over. Turned around. It was kind of crazy for a little bit. We got them on these trucks. It's going to take us about an hour and a little bit to drop off this canyon, get to the scale house, get weighed. We'll decide if we're overweight. We need to swap a couple from one truck to the other or take a few off at the ranch and see how we're weighing. We'll go from there, make sure we have a legal weight, cruise north, head to the feedlot. It's going to take us till about 6 o'clock to get up there. Just before dark, we'll unload them, come back in the dark, and get home pretty late tonight. Park the trucks, do it again here in a couple of days. Let's get trucking.